You are now listening to the Friends of Rugby podcast. Relax your anus. Balls. Thick thighs. Camille Shat. Where's his neck? Eddie Jones. You're fucked, mate.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
We're nice now.
You're listening to
The Friends
of Rugby.
podcast.
Oh, we should do that every week.
No, that get annoying.
You didn't like that?
I like it once, so once is fine. We didn't plan that though.
No, we didn't plan it, and
Yeah.
it just came off
Just
tongue
natural,
naturally.
yeah.
Yeah, it's that connection. We just have one man.
We're like the Pacific Rim robots.
We could be a Pacific Rim
We
robot.
could
We would die in like 2
probably
seconds.
immediately. Yeah.
Also, I don't want to fight in a giant robot. That'd be scary as shit.
It
The
would be,
heights,
yeah.
just the heights alone.
I think the drowning would scare me. There's a lot of underwater shit going on there.
Is that the? Do they fill the thing up with fluid? I can't remember.
I think one of them knocks the glass out and then they drown inside their giant robot.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
Yeah, too scary.
No,
Yeah.
not down with that.
No. But more importantly, speaking of drowned giant robots, the Aussies drowned. Fuck. The shit
That's the worst
segue. The
segue
shit. You know what I'm getting at? We going straight into this?
Where should we start? Should we start with the global apology to the Wallabies?
I think before we say anything, we should start with that. Yeah. The world, us incled.
I need a soundboard so I can like put on sad music and stuff. So we
yeah.
can
And then
be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Come on.
poignant.
I don't know. I don't even know what that word means.
Can't help you there.
Just genuine. Just, just,
Yeah.
make it sound more
Emotional?
real.
Yeah,
Emotional.
Yeah. I think poignant is the word.
I think the planet
Yeah.
and the rugby world.
And us, importantly.
No, yeah, maybe a little bit us.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely us.
The Wallabies.
Yeah.
A little bit of an apology. Just a little tanny apology.
Yeah. I like the banter, but we were wrong. It's okay to be wrong.
I think what this teaches me, this is the lesson I'm taking from this,
Yeah.
is that rugby union in the Southern Hemisphere
Yeah.
will never, ever die. No matter what kind of situation
Yeah.
New Zealand, Australia, or South Africa, or Argentina are in, no matter what happens, they're always going to come back.
Yeah.
They might have some downtimes, but they're always going to come back top.
Yeah. I'm insanely jealous of Australia because everything bad that could happen to a rugby country kind of happened to Australia, didn't it? They had such a fall from grace to back. Like, I'm jealous. Like, Wales, the country where this is supposed to be our national sport, we just shit the bed, fell off a fucking cliff.
Yeah.
I can't see a bright future. Australia were in basically the same situation, and they are beating South Africa at home.
They even have waning interest, the competition with other sports.
Yeah. We don't even have that as an excuse. We've got football, which is bigger, to be honest, but it's not the same as having cricket, rugby league, and Australian rules above rugby union. It really is. Because, this is, I'll take a subtle dig at the Irish here. They always go, it's the fourth sport in Ireland. It's not really. Like, it's pretty fucking big. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Australia, it genuinely is the fourth sport, right? It genuinely is a fringe sport almost.
To give some, insight to that, though, I would say that rugby league players can transition into union.
There's a caveat, because even Aussie rules, I think there's enough transferability there. Because didn't Israel Folau play Aussie rules for a bit?
Are you talking about Aussie rules football?
Yeah.
No,
the one that's like
I
Quidditch.
think Israel Folau was a league player.
He was, but I think he also played Aussie rules. He definitely was a league player.
I think
though.
everyone plays. If you're
Yeah.
over 6 feet tall,
Yeah.
you're a lanky dude, you're playing Aussie rules.
By the way, me and my wife tried to watch that a few times on TSN recently.
And you just had no fucking clue what was going on?
I would love to know. It looks like I want to enjoy this sport. Please tell me the fucking rules. That ref blows his whistle every 2 seconds. And that ball is greased up No one catches it.
No.
They just punch it around. They're flopping all over each other, climbing up each other. I love it, but no clue what's going on.
Yeah, you have to like kick it to keep running, and then you have to, if you want to pass it, you gotta like kick it or punch it. You have to punch it.
Yeah. You can punch it.
Like who?
Well, I think it's very based on Gaelic football, isn't it? It looks very similar.
I think two drunk guys, like,
Yeah.
you know, in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
decided they were going to come up with their own sport. And then they like, no, okay, pass it. No. Punch me the ball. Fuck. Ashley, you're a genius. It's like, that's exactly how that sport came to be.
Didn't you say you played Gaelic football and you were surprised by how cardio intense it was, though?
Oh, yeah. I went
Which is true,
I went to a Gaelic football practice.
Yeah.
Some guy invited me.
Yeah.
I'm a stocky guy.
Yeah. But you do keep in shape. You're not unfit,
but
are you?
it is. No. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was intense.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
And it was so hard. It's not because you have to like either every 3 steps kick the ball up or bounce it on the ground to keep going. It was just too much for me. It was too frustrating. I just could not. I didn't enjoy it. So as soon as I got the ball in my hands, if I did, I just fucking passed it away.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah. Which is probably what like trying rugby out is for a Canadian if you've never played it before.
But
Those
at
first
least
few weeks
like you can run with the ball. If I give you the ball, you can run.
There's an instinct.
If I get the ball in my hands, I cannot do the fucking things that need to be done.
Right.
Like the 3 steps bounce or pass or kick and shit like that. Like that's just it was just too much.
Yeah, fair enough.
And the cardio was just like fucking hard.
And I think the same about Australian rules. I watched that and I'm like, Jesus Christ, that looks exhausting. You know, you got to jump really high. Anyway,
back to Australia.
Sorry, Australia. You got really badly dragged through the mud by basically everyone. And I think even a lot of Australians, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them were like, yeah, we're fucked.
What do you think is going on there? What do you think is the difference? What do you think is the difference?
I think massive credit has to go to Joe Schmidt, genuinely, because he turned him around. He did. You look at the results before and after Joe Schmidt, they are very different.
I feel like this is kind of I think it's fair. I think this solidifies Joe Schmidt as one of the best coaches ever.
That's true. And I think if you had him and Gatland on a similar timeline, which they were in terms of international careers, they were neck and neck. You know, Joe Schmidt really transformed Ireland. Gatland did wonders with Wales. And you'd even say Gatland was edging ahead a little bit in terms of just the number of trophies he was bringing home. And then when Gatland came back and fell off a cliff, Joe Schmidt, even with his, his personal life where he's got a disabled son who he said, I'm basically retiring to look after it. He came out of retirement for one last job, a la Gatland, fucking smashed it.
Because he did a few things, changing Ireland around. Big part of it.
Yeah. It's like it felt like he professionalized Ireland for me.
Yeah, it's kind of did. And then he left, and when he came into the All Blacks setup, as soon as he started coming into the All Blacks setup, that team started turning around.
Yeah.
And then they went to a final in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And then he takes over Australia and completely turns the team around.
Yeah.
I could see him literally being going down as one of the best coaches ever. I don't think you need to win any trophies or anything significant to be the best coach ever.
No.
I just think his impact on teams, I think that's just as big.
I think we'll talk about, I think people who know rugby, because you're right, not winning the trophy means he's not going to be like world famous, but people who know rugby know that if you're talking about Rassie Erasmus, in 10 years, you better be talking about Joe Schmidt as well.
Yes.
After what he's done,
Like if someone came to Canada, some coach came to Canada and took them from their 26th place and brought them into like the top 10.
Yeah. That's insane.
That would be insane. That would be a coach, a legendary coach in my eyes.
Yeah. I'm going to switch a little bit though to talk about some of the reasons why maybe we should have seen this coming. Not least the fact that Australia had basically the best warm-up game they could have had ever for this South Africa game, which was playing the British and Irish Lions 3 times, right? That's a hell of a warm-up. And then you look at the game South Africa played, Italy, was it Namibia?
Georgia.
Like, they're not comparable, are they? They're not going to...
I think they still had time to... I think they had those games, they had 4 games, I think. 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
to play. Yes, the competition wasn't top notch.
Yeah.
But I think that's enough time for these players and their experience and Raz's experience to put together, a team.
Yeah.
To get the cohesion they need to prepare them for these games. Because a lot of these players have played, won a World Cup.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. However, that brings me to my second caveat for Australia's greatness. That South Africa team is starting to look old, and it showed, right? So I'm going to, tell you the starting pack.
I'm looking at it right now.
Oxenche, Malcolm Marx, Lowe, Etzebeth, Luke de Jager, Van Staden, Kolisi, Detroit. So out of those guys, I'm going to put myself in trouble here. I think most of them are over 30.
Are north of 30?
Yeah, I think.
Well,
if only there was some kind of magic box that would tell us.
There's some kind of fucking thing that would help us out here.
Yeah.
I'll bring up the team right now here.
Yeah.
Because I think you're telling the truth here.
And in terms of new blood in that team, there isn't a lot. There isn't, and I'm not trying to slag this team. This is a team that is literally. I don't want to. This team's won a World Cup. This team's literally won a World Cup a couple times. So, what I'm just saying though is that if you were gonna say Australia are amazing, I would say those South Africans looked a bit fucking tired in that second half. They didn't fire a shot in the second half, and I do wonder if it's something to do with the age profile, especially of the forwards. Having said that, Oxenche, Malcolm Marx, Wilco Lowe all came off around 58 minutes, I think, 60 minutes, whatever it was. The bomb squad didn't really have much of an impact, clearly, because the South Africans didn't score another point all game.
But you were right about everyone being north of.
I'm not sure about Lowe or Van Staden.
Who? Wilco Lowe is 31 years
old. Is he? Okay. Well,
yeah.
I'm helping myself here. Excellent. Marco Van Staden is the only one I'm not sure about.
They are
29.
Yeah,
29.
It's an older team.
It's an older team. I'm not saying that's an excuse because you put your best team out there. It's just it felt like Razzy's whole thing in the last everything post World Cup felt like let's blood some new guys. And then he played this team, which really wasn't blooding new guys, and maybe it backfired.
I think there's two things. There's two things that Wallabies are doing really well that other teams aren't doing, and that has changed. So the one thing we complained about the Wallabies for the longest time, for so many years, was their defensive structure.
Yeah,
how they sat there and basically waited for the team to come to them.
Yeah.
Now they're all over the other team.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
Rush defense is the defense of defenses. It's the pressure they were putting on the breakdown. As soon as the ball, as soon as they didn't have the ball, they're just all over the offense.
Yeah.
In their faces right away, over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Their fitness is insane.
That's the thing. Because remember when Sean Edwards with Wales, everyone was talking about, this blitz defense. It was like, guys, this isn't rocket science, right? No rugby team ever has spent the whole game waiting for you to come to them, except for Australia about a year ago, weirdly.
Yeah, you were able to soak it up. It was like that soaked.
But that was since I was a child, when I was about 5 or 6, when we were just playing for our first contact games of rugby, the defensive technique was run towards them, right? Blitz defense isn't rocket science. Everyone always does it. It's how you manage it, right? Yeah. Because you're right, the fitness is the key to it. Yes. Because if you're going to sprint at someone as a line, as a team, again and again and again, you better be fucking fit. Because we know if you have to defend a lot, it's exhausting. It's way easier to attack than defend in terms of maintaining your endurance. So if you're going to defend like a nutter for 80 minutes, you better be fit. And I think that you're right. Australia's conditioning is pretty impressive.
And it was at altitude.
It matters, yeah. It's apparently not. I'm glad we're getting to the end of that bit.
They can just the pressure they were putting on the Springboks was causing the Springboks to just fuck up a lot.
It was. Yeah, that's true.
Also, the back line in the Wallabies is insane.
And it felt, maybe it's because we're not following Australian rugby as much, but it felt like it came out of nowhere, this back line. I know these guys play Super Rugby, but first of all, James O'Connor, 35-year-old 10, like I would have immediately gone, I think he's past his prime.
His leadership.
Yeah.
His leadership on the field, too, was priceless.
It was.
You could tell the difference between him and Manny LeBlanc.
Yes, you could.
Like, Manny LeBlanc was losing control of his team.
Yeah, he was.
And James O'Connor was taking charge.
And this guy...
That experience was priceless.
It was. And, they were 22 points down. This game was crazy. They're 22 points down. That's the time that leadership and experience really matter. And it did. And it worked, But, the rest of these guys, Ikitau, Soali, Jorgensen, Peach, they're like younger players, relatively speaking. So it felt like in the Australian, the backs particularly, they had almost the perfect blend of experience and youth there because they're 9 and 10, Nick White and O'Connor. They're veterans. They're Australian veterans, right?
The pressure, the pressure was the biggest. Like that second half, the pressure the Wallabies put on the Springboks, just constant pressure. It looked exactly it looked almost exactly like when they were playing the Lions.
Yeah, it did.
And it's a winning formula.
Yeah, it is.
Constant pressure. Be on them.
Yeah.
Win those collisions.
Yeah.
Like their physicality.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing. Like
they bullied them. They bullied the Springboks.
They
you
did.
Don't see that very often.
They did. And the Springboks kind of looked a bit tired. That's what I'm saying. I think if you'd asked me about 2 years ago when Australia were kind of shit, who were their best players, I would say Rob Valentini over and over again because, to be honest, that's the only fucking guy I knew I could remember off the top of my head a lot of the time, right? Now I'm looking at this team sheet and going, make sure you remember these fucking guys. Make sure you remember every single one of them. Like they're impressive players,
Now, if I go down conspiracy lane here, I think there's something more going on at the Springboks.
Yes, here we
think there's some.
go.
I think there's some Erasmus 4D chess going on.
And I want to tell you a story why I think that's true. Right, I think it was about 60 minutes, maybe. They do one of those Razzie style plays. Passing it down the back line, 9 passes out the back to a lifted jumper in open field. It achieves nothing and looks ridiculous, right? It almost looked like the Springboks were panicking, going, let's just do one of Razzie's mental trick plays, right? This sounds like I'm not agreeing with you, but what I actually think is going on is...
Oh, I think you're getting there.
I want you to say it. I want to steal your thunder.
I feel like... they're forcing this a new game plan.
Yeah.
Regardless of what's going on.
Yes.
Because is that where you're going?
Absolutely where I was going.
I feel like they're trying to play a different style of rugby.
Yeah.
Because it was weird for them to be beaten up front.
Yeah.
Beaten up in the pack.
Yeah.
And how they were trying to play this more expansive passing game.
Yeah.
And when they were losing, they still didn't revert back to their Springbok DNA.
They didn't.
They were just forcing this style, this new technique, and I feel like they were like, no matter what, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Because we want to perfect this. So I feel like there's something because it was odd.
Yeah.
It was odd that they just wouldn't change their style of play. They just kept.
And they seemed panicky, but in an uncharacteristic way. Because a panicky Springboks, it feels to me, would revert to type, would go to just simple forward, up the middle rugby. But their panicking this time was trying crazy set pieces, flinging the ball around. They got intercepted a few times trying to go out wide, and that's very un-Springbok-like, right? They were panicking. And then
they're passing so much more.
They were. And the crazy thing was, Razzie at the end was visibly pissed off. He said so, he was fucking harsh, right? But I also think that's 4D chess. I think he knew... I don't think he thought they were going to lose.
No, he thought legit they were going to win.
But I think he knew at the end of that game, I have to appear really pissed off with the players here so that they get the message, right? It's performative. Everything he does is smart, right?
It is conspiratorial, but I feel like there's some fucking 4D chess. I like how you got on the same track as me there.
Yeah.
Like it's just he's delving into he's building something.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck it, guys, this is the way because this is gonna change rugby.
Yeah.
This is gonna change the team. Like the Springboks had 212 passes versus 135 to the Wallabies.
Yeah. Do you want to go deeper down this rabbit hole?
Yes.
Okay.
I always go deeper down the
Okay, so me and you, we're sat in Cardiff, Champions Cup final, and we're looking at BLBRA and Penno, and we're watching how the French play.
Yes.
Right? It's fucking mental.
Yes.
Like there's no structure at all. Obviously there is. But basically their plan is have a million fucking options off 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone is a live wire option ready to fucking spring, ready to switch, ready to go. And I think Razzy's watching this and going, who are the next powerhouses of rugby? It's France, right?
Yeah.
It has to be France. Their resources, their talent, etc. He knows to beat France in a World Cup, which is going to be in Australia, he has to have an expansive game where there's multiple options off every phase, because he knows his advantage is size.
Yeah.
But France have also got some massive fucking guys, right? He doesn't have to worry about scrum, line out, and forwards. That's Springboks bread and butter. But if he can add a little bit of French mental, as in there's so many options off the 9 and 10, and these guys are just running around the field going mental. And if that works, the Springboks have got the full game plan, right? But he has to fucking break a few eggs. And I don't think he expected to lose this game at all. I think he thought he was going to roll over a weak Australia team.
And I think he was kind of pissed off because his plan didn't work out.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I agree.
He was a little
with that.
frustrated.
Yeah.
I think he wants, like, he's a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Right? But you do notice, you notice the Springboks are playing a different style of rugby.
100%.
They're kind of, they're straying away from that physical forward pack DNA. They want to be more than just a forward pack team.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
It is hard.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah. The question is, do the Springboks beat Australia next week? Or is it next week? Yeah, it's next week, isn't it? When the next fucking time they play?
Well, Peach is injured.
Oh, that's... I like him.
He came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he did. I really like this guy. He's kind of cocky as well in the way a winger should be, you know?
Dylan Peach Fuzz, he got injured.
Yeah.
Also, Harry Wilson, their 8 for Australia, he was heroic.
He was.
2 tries.
Yeah.
He's fucked too.
Oh, that's a shame.
So and Valentini is.
I don't think he's coming back for a little while.
Well, they said it was just calf complaints.
Yeah.
So, but he's not 100%. So I don't know. I don't know.
That whatever Australia did in that game, which was amazing. Just want to state this: they put 38 points on South Africa in fucking Johannesburg. Like, who fucking does that?
38 unanswered points.
Yeah, who fucking does? Nobody does that.
No,
that's crazy, right? But you take away even 2 of those players, they are paper thin still. They are paper thin as a team, unfortunately.
They just couldn't be pushed around.
No.
And they got some size. Skelton, Tupou, Wilson,
that guy
Fraser
McWright.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are Angus Bell, Slipper. Oh, yeah, Slipper's injured too now.
Oh, great.
So they had to call in some subs.
Yeah.
These guys are fucking fearless.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
So it's just... And then the back line, like Suaalii, he's like it feels like he's starting to come into his his union. He's putting on his union boots.
He is.
He's like learning the game. He's like, I get it now.
He's kind of a rugby god, isn't he?
I know Kung Fu now.
Yeah. He's Neo just when he picks those bullets out of the air. He's beginning to believe. I'm a bit scared, you know?
Yeah, everyone's going to be happy. He's really coming out. Like, this was the best game I've seen him play.
Yeah.
And this is the game where I'm like, you guys are seeing, because they paid a bunch of money to get him into the union.
Yeah, they did.
They paid a fuck ton of money, and now it's paying off.
Yeah.
Just wait next week on Twitter. Suaali's gonna be like, gay should be burned. It'll be like fucking like,
He's gonna say something horrific.
Yeah, he's gonna say something horrific in the fucking.
Say something horribly racist, and we're gonna, he's so good at rugby though. Fuck.
There he goes.
Well, I'll tell you something about Suaalii, and it's not that he's a racist or a homophobe. Don't worry. So he has 6 rugby league international caps for Samoa, right? And he's born in Australia. His mum or his dad is Samoan. I can't remember which one. So he's kind of one of those people who... His allegiance seemed to be Samoan for the longest time. And then when they brought him to rugby union, they brought him to rugby union with the explicit idea to make him a rugby union international for Australia, right?
Yeah.
And that, that's not a surprise, but everyone fucking knew that. But he said at the time, one of his motivations to play for Australia was to play against the British and Irish Lions, beat them once, and his other one was to play a World Cup game in Australia at home. So by 2027, imagine how fucking good that guy's going to be because he's literally going for his dreams. Not Luis Rees-Zammit's dreams of changing his mind about what his dream is every 10 minutes. Like, this is literally what he said he's wanted to do since he came to rugby union. And I'm kind of scared of that. Every now and again, Australia get a player, and every time Wales play them, I'm like, oh, fuck, he's going to ruin us. For a while, it was Corabetti there, because he did just tear Wales to pieces, which had no answer. And Falau, actually, tore us to fucking pieces. He's the new fucking, I'm scared of this guy. I don't want us to play him ever. He's too scary.
They just look like, right now, when you look at them, they just look like the complete package.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about the next game, the Pumas and All Blacks, there's a stark difference between that game and this game and how the winning sides won. Yeah. And when you look at Australia and how they play and how they were able to turn up the heat, how their forward pack just picked up their game and dominated, and how their backs are just incredible. Yeah. They look like right now, I can't believe this. The Wallabies look like the most complete rugby team right now.
That is crazy to say. Yeah. That's crazy to say, yeah.
Like, you're looking at these players and you're like, I want this guy on my team. I want Tom Wright on my team. Yeah. I want Max Jorgensen on my team. Yeah.
We're kind of getting carried away in the other direction now, because we, just like everyone else, was writing them off to the point where we're like, they're just irrelevant as a rugby team forever.
That's a sports.
It is, and that's what I was going to say, right? Now we're going the other direction, like, holy shit, this is the best rugby team of all time. And it's like, rugby is so hard to predict, because I could give you a dog shit rugby team and just one day every single one of them decides that they're going to fucking die on that field rather than lose. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just have one of those days, and sometimes it can go the opposite direction. Sometimes you have the worst fucking luck and get battered even though you've prepared really well, right? Sports is so unpredictable. If you'd have told me that scoreline beforehand, I got no fucking way.
I feel like there's like it's going like the rugby world is going back to its natural order. I think between 2019 and 2023 World Cup, it was like the era of the Northern Hemisphere. Yeah, and the Northern Hemisphere,
we missed, didn't we?
We're just crushing it, killing it. We're like, oh yeah, and then the World Cup came, and then Southern Hemisphere was like, no. Yeah,
we fell at the final hurdle. I say we, I mean, good luck Ireland and France. They were the flag bearers, and England actually. Yeah. I should say, and England.
And they fumbled the ball.
Yeah, we did. We fell at the last hurdle.
And then the Southern Hemisphere was like, no, we're still the kings. And I think the natural order of the Springboks, New Zealand, and Australia being the three best teams in the world all the time. Yeah, I think it's kind of back, isn't it? It's kind of coming back. It's kind of coming like full circle.
You know what? I don't hate it, weirdly. I don't hate it. And I'm like, if you asked me, what's a better tournament, Six Nations or the Tri-Wizard Cup or whatever the fuck this is called?
The Rugby Championship.
Thank you. What's a better tournament?
The better tournament? Yeah. All around, the Six Nations, for sure. Okay. 100%.
Name reasons why it's better.
The history. Yeah. The culture of the tournament itself.
Yeah.
How close everything is together.
Yeah. Okay.
Because when you're like the Rugby Championship's really disconnected.
It is.
Like you got these four teams playing each other in completely opposite time zones. Yeah. So the games are on at like 3 a.m. in the morning and stuff. So
even for people who live in those countries.
Yes. Yeah. So it's just not as like it's not
as connected.
Yes.
Right?
And then you're usually going in I would call it predictable.
There we go. That's I mean, I agree 100% with all the things today, but that's the thread I want to follow with this, right? The Six Nations is better for many reasons, but one of the reasons is anyone could genuinely win it. And yes, there's times and eras and years where it's more or less predictable, or there'll be years where two teams are more dominant. France and England were very dominant in the 90s, right? Mm-hmm. But overall, I couldn't tell you confidently who's going to win. The problem with the Rugby Championship is most of the time, South Africa or New Zealand. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, there were times where Australia were good, but Argentina, they're not just like the Italy of the Rugby Championship. No. Because they can pull off shocks, but the format means they're never going to win it unless they have a professional team, right? Yeah. I'm not going to beat Australia and South Africa and New Zealand back-to-back home and away until they have a bit more consistency and a professional team or two, right? Because you have to play two games, not one. Because they could beat maybe two of them in a one-off, but not three of them back-to-back. It's not possible.
The thing that the Rugby Championship does, though, that the Six Nations doesn't do, the outcome of when a team wins the Six Nations, that doesn't prove or doesn't give you the signal that this is the best team in the world.
No, and that's why I love it, because you could grand slam almost like a fucking pinball, right? Like win, win, win. And some of them feel like skin of your teeth.
Yeah.
Scrape through it. Just got that. That's all we needed. But if I beat New Zealand in New Zealand once, they're coming to my town pissed off next week. That's it. And that, you're right, that proves to me who is better. There's more solid evidence of competition, right? Whereas remember the Jam Slam? I mean, it actually wasn't a Grand Slam, but 2 of those wins were fucking lucky, right? And no one was coming back to our town to beat the shit out of us the week after because of it, right? But I love the Six Nations because of that. Anyway, the point I'm making is, I said last week, this fucking rugby championship is too predictable, and that's why I don't like it. Australia's breathing some life back into it. I'm like, okay, now I want to watch this.
Having them now that they beat the Springboks, they put some life into the tournament.
Yeah, they really did. And I didn't realize how badly it needed it, because I'm indifferent about the rugby championship sometimes. This win has made me go, oh yeah, I'll watch these fucking
What's
games.
also good about this win too, for optics reasons, it makes the Lions look better.
Yes. Oh yeah, we saved that one, didn't we? Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, it makes the Lions team actually look good.
Okay, they actually played a very good team.
Yeah,
they were fucking the Wallabies are for real.
They didn't struggle against
That was the good
bin
thing about
juice.
this. Like, if they would have got destroyed, because when they were getting destroyed at the beginning of that game, I was like, fuck, how crap were the Lions?
Yeah.
Right? And then they came back and like dominated.
Yeah, thank fuck.
Where it's almost like they put a different team out there. I was like, okay, okay. All right.
Australia are like the Gorilla Glue holding significant tournaments together right now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Good. We needed that.
I feel like this year,
yeah,
the way the teams are going, the way this tournament's going, I think the rugby championship, legit, whoever wins the rugby championship is like the best rugby team right now in the world.
Undoubtedly.
Yes.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Because it's just, especially if the Wallabies stay competitive.
Yeah.
And like a team kind of scrapes this win, like they don't just like clear it. One of the teams like scrapes a rugby championship win.
Yeah.
I think that will solidify in my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know about everyone. We can argue about it, but is the best team in the world right now.
And there's good evidence for that, because England last year went to New Zealand. They had their chance.
Yep.
And they took them close.
They took them close, but
they
they
didn't win a single. Couldn't get France took essentially a BC team. Whatever, they lost, right? And then Ireland, last time they played New Zealand, they lost at home in Ireland, right? That says to me New Zealand, out of those 4 teams, are objectively the best. So if South Africa or Australia can beat New Zealand and win the championship, it's just evidential, right? That's who the fucking best guy is. Because the Northern Hemispheres all had their shots at these guys, and New Zealand is still sitting at the top of that pile, right?
Yep.
So you got to beat them. Which maybe is a nice segue into the Argentina-New Zealand game.
Oh, this game, it must be, first of all, to be like an Argentinian, to be an Argentina fan, it must be so fucking frustrating.
They do have a football World Cup, though.
That's true, I guess, and they care about that more.
They do.
But it's just, fuck, the talent.
Yeah.
The talent on the Pumas.
It's crazy, isn't it?
The talent.
Yeah.
And how, like, this team is, like, so good at, like just fucking themselves.
Yeah.
They are professional self-fuckers. Like, it just, I've never seen a team with so much talent, so much potential, just fuck themselves.
But you saw this with Fiji for several years, and the thing that fixed them was getting a fucking professional rugby team, Yes. And it fixed them.
I see that, but like all these guys are playing in top leagues around the world, and I know they don't need to be on the same team or have a domestic league, because we saw the Springboks put together a team that's like mishmash from around the world in the World Cup. Yeah. So I don't buy that excuse. The quality of players they're putting out is pretty high, that professional leagues around the world hire them.
And my point is, though, to be as good as Argentina are, they know they have to be there emotionally, right? When they play well, they're fucking crying in that warm up. They're like in the anthem. I mean,
oh, they got a lot of passion, and I thought
so much passion. But that comes with the double-edged sword of that is they give away stupid penalties because they're fucking fired up.
Oh my god, it was just everything. That was the story of the game.
Stupid.
I honestly felt like the better team lost.
Oh, that's bold.
I felt like the Argentinians, what they create on the field.
Yeah.
First of all, to talk about the All Blacks, the scary thing about the All Blacks. So the game started. The Argentinians were just fucking all over them.
They were
just smashing a lot of late hits. Like they were just fucking just smashing the shit out of the All Blacks, and they were shutting down the passing game.
Yeah.
And they did that the whole game.
They did.
They did. They shut down the backs.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck these guys. They're not gonna run around. They're not gonna do this bullshit, right? And they did. And then when the Pumas got that ball in their hands, man, they can make magic.
Yeah.
But they would do all this incredible work, all this hard work, and then they would do some fucking stupid shit, or they'd lose the ball, they'd cough up the ball, or they would take like a shitty fucking penalty.
That is what I saw
Like,
a lot of. Just
what was
stupid
that guy's fucking
penalties.
name? Oh, what was his name?
It was the yellow Mako Vivas. Yeah.
Fuck that. Did you see that penalty?
Yeah, I did.
Where he reaches through the ruck to grab the ball.
Yeah.
Like, and he's all like, "Oh man, I can't believe it." And I was like
he tripped on his shoelace. Like
he made a mistake.
80,000 people just saw you do that,
Yeah,
mate.
like you didn't need to do that. And then you got the
Yeah.
and then instantly the All Blacks scored.
Yeah.
I was just so pissed off at how they would just do all this amazing shit and they would just cough it up. Now, the scary thing about this game, All Blacks, they're getting shut down. Their back line, their passing game completely shut down.
Yeah.
They're all over them. They completely change their game plan.
Yeah.
And they go into this, they're like, "Okay, we're just gonna dominate on the set piece and we're gonna like fucking maul the shit out of these guys."
Yeah.
They completely changed the style of play.
They did.
And they won. And it was their ability to go to like plan to switch their game plan up on the fly like that. To find something that was working and then abuse it is like top level. You don't see a lot, and especially since they were getting shut down in an area. Their game plan was getting completely dismantled by the Pumas.
Yeah.
They switched their game plan up.
Yeah.
To see them do that and the Springboks not do that in the same day was kind of eye-opening.
But let's go back to Conspiracy Corner.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Razzie's thinking. Because he's a smart guy. Maybe he's looking at the All Blacks and going, they can pivot. We can't. We need to have our forward-heavy go-to, and we need to have a playbook which we can do seamlessly.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's getting towards. I think he wants not just an all-court game, but that you can play multiple styles of rugby within the same game. Because to be honest, no one really does that. The All Blacks can do it, but as you said, they do it when they need to, not because they want to. They can pivot, and they put 41 points on Argentina.
It just shows
they're not. They were far from losing that game.
It just shows that they're like just. It shows how good the All Blacks are.
It's rugby IQ, isn't it?
Ultimately,
it's rugby
and that's
IQ.
That's what Rugby IQ won that game.
Yeah, it did.
Because the Argentinians they got talent. They have talent.
Yeah.
And they were slick.
Yeah.
Their forward pack was like but it was the IQ of the game.
Yeah.
Their ability to it's the All Blacks' ability to switch it up like that.
Yeah.
To like night and day it was something incredible to watch, and it was scary to watch. Like, holy fuck, All Blacks can just like do whatever, no matter what kind of game you're throwing at them. And you've seen in the past too that they weren't able to, when they've lost, they weren't able to get away from their game plan, because there's been a lot of teams that did what the Pumas did, and then beat the All Blacks. But this time the All Blacks were like, "Hey, fuck it, we're gonna go to Plan B here."
Yeah.
And they just fucking won the game
by 41 points. By the way,
But Argentina should fucking shoot themselves in the foot, because if I would be so mad.
It's hard to hold them to a high standard though, because we expect them to do their one-off wins every game now, and that's great, but we've got to remember where they are and who they are. Like, they're amazing and I love them as a team, but they're not going to be able to pull off dramatic victories all the time, because, and they play quality opposition internationally all the time. They're not like they're not like Northern Hemisphere teams where Wales might play England, Ireland, and then South Africa, New Zealand, and then pop off to Georgia or Japan, right? Argentina only play good teams, right? Because they're seen as the minnows. People will invite them and come give us a game. Anyway, but my point is, like, until they get a professional team, until they get players playing together regularly, they're just not capable of that, right? I could be wrong, but I can't see it. Australia are very similar Argentina. They have that passion, they have the talent, but they also have many Super Rugby teams, right? And guys who play together, so they're able to do that. So I'm not disappointed by them, but I do agree though the way they give us away some penalties is fucking brain dead. Yeah, yeah.
It's just so frustrating,
Yeah.
and a lot of it is just like they do all this work, all this hard work. They get down the field, then they cough up the ball, and they just were constantly putting themselves in a bunch of unnecessary pressure that they didn't need to be in.
Yeah,
just because of bad decision making.
Yeah, yeah.
And just rugby IQ.
It is.
Now the thing is about this win too, which is funny, is if you go into like an All Blacks like Reddit or anything, you look at the comments. Kiwi fans are not fucking happy.
Not are they? I noticed that.
They're mad.
Why?
Like, they fucking look at the score line.
Yeah.
Like 41-24.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, they fucking stomped them. But Kiwis are not fucking happy.
Yeah.
They want it because they weren't dominating in the game.
They look flustered, didn't they? And they're not used to looking flustered. Yeah.
And like the thing about they weren't dominating this game. It was kind of like I felt a lot of it was, the Pumas pushing the pace.
Yeah. In
this whole game.
Yeah.
And the All Blacks just making what they do. They get ball opportunity and they create something out of it. Yeah. So the majority of the game though, they were kind of getting cooked.
They were.
And so All Black fans were not happy by this.
There's a kind of dichotomy in New Zealand because their standard is so high. They do come across as arrogant, but you have to respect that because if I was as winning as they are, I would expect to play very fucking well against very fucking good teams all of the time. So it can come across as arrogant to us, but that is their standard. And if everyone else had that standard, a lot of teams would play better internationally, I think, Well,
I feel like something that they're like pissed off about too is I think they feel like Argentina should not be doing this to the All Blacks.
That's true.
Like they grew up, everyone like grew up like watching the All Blacks just fucking dominate teams.
Yeah. And Argentina,
go over there,
one of those teams.
Yes, and Argentina. And watching a team like Argentina, like, bully the All Blacks a bit is really it's frustrating to them.
Yeah, it is.
They want to see a dominant performance, especially against the Pumas.
What they see as the minnow of the rugby championship. Because whatever Australia are, ultimately people are still going to see Argentina as the weakest team there, right?
Because I think if this was the same, if this game was New Zealand versus the Springboks, and the same game happened, Kiwi fans would be happy.
Oh, very happy.
Yeah,
we got dominated physically, but we still put 41 points to the Springbok. We can still sneak around you.
Yeah, we see because they see the Springboks as like an equal. Yeah, as a hurdle. Yeah, they as a worthy hurdle.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I think it can come across as disrespectful, particularly because Argentina have beaten New Zealand not just once in the last few years, right? But I think what they're also saying is our standard needs to be the fucking highest if we want to win the World Cup. Because they're contenders, right? They will have a really good chance of winning the World Cup.
I'm just really like, I still don't know where New Zealand's at.
Me too, actually. And
I still don't know. Because you could say that, they kind of, they beat the Pumas, but they also the scoreline should be lower. The Pumas should have more tries. Yeah. And when you watched England go down there and play them this summer,
they took them so close.
They also fucking in I think 2 games out of the 3 they played because I think they won 3-0 or 2. I forget how many it was. They fucking beat the shit out of Argentina.
Do you know what? This sounds salty. There was one of those England games. It was decided by a referee decision, in my opinion. It was fucked by the ref.
But the last game they played too.
Yeah.
The last game they definitely fucking pumped them.
Yeah. I think that's the thing, though. I think since and I always go back to this, since the World Cup semi-final, England against New Zealand 2019. That was the blueprint of how you beat New Zealand. And other teams have done it before and after, but that was such an emphatic way of doing it. If you just smother them It's kind of it's not like revelationary. It's the only way to beat them because their rugby IQ is so fucking high, because they're so good at every other facet of the game. The only real way to beat New Zealand is to shut them down, smother them. Don't give them an inch of fucking space.
You have to stay on them the whole game.
All the time. You have to be like a fucking wasp on their ice cream, like every fucking second.
But they just but their fuck ups and their like self hatred just got the better of them.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
right?
They got too excited because hey, this is working, boys. Let's just push that line a bit too far every now and again, you know.
Because I was loving the first like fucking 20 minutes of that game.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was a good game. Yeah,
when that, or I think it was when that guy took when Mako Viva took that stupid fucking card.
Yeah,
I was like, oh fuck.
Do you know what though? All the things you said, I never thought New Zealand were going to lose that game. I still felt it. I still just felt that New Zealand. They were the
favorites going into that game for sure.
Of course. But I just felt it.
I wouldn't put off now in this day and age. I never put off Argentina pulling out.
No.
A little squeaky. Victory here and there.
But when you beat New Zealand, you look at those results historically. People have beaten New Zealand. They keep their score low as well. 41 points. They're winning that game, right? I mean, obviously they did win, but you can't let them. You can't let them rack up the tries.
There was something else I was going to say, and I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm surprised we've said this much about this game, actually, because I thought we were both a bit disappointed.
But if we're going back to talking about where New Zealand is, like, I don't know.
No, I still don't.
I don't know because this is such a hot and cold Argentina team.
Yeah,
and I just don't know.
And the French didn't help, did they? They sent that first game where it was really close, and you could say the French deserved to win a bit. It was still a French B team or a C team even.
Because when they play Australia, or they play the Springboks,
they're still unknown quantities. Those teams are still like the Springboks. They're doing something. They're in the fucking secret laboratory right now. That's not a real Springboks team in the sense that we know it. And Australia are either the best, most heroic team ever or paper-thin losers, right? We don't know. We just don't fucking know. So even this whole rugby championship, we could come out at the other end of it with New Zealand winning every game and go, I don't know if they're that good, though. You know? Which is crazy to say because they're still playing the best teams in the world.
I will have a good idea when they play Australia.
Yeah.
Or the Springboks, we'll really know. We'll really know.
Yeah. There's some mental arithmetics going on now because if South Africa beat Australia in the next game and we go, that's the Springboks, that was emphatic, then that Springboks team who play New Zealand, I'll go, okay, that's a real Springboks team. But if South Africa kind of do some weird experimenting, win or lose, then they play New Zealand, I'll still be like, I don't know if that's the real Springboks playing the real New Zealand, though. There's so much mindfuckery going on. We're in such a mid-World Cup cycle year that it's kind of fun, isn't it? It's kind of fun to be in an unpredictable state with these big teams.
I honestly, like, yeah, because I think if they're good, because I'm not going to say they're bad.
No.
But they are struggling in areas.
Yeah.
Like, teams are making them struggle.
Yeah.
In areas where I think a Springboks or right now a Wallabies team. But I don't know. They can walk into playing. If they walk in and just fucking walk over Australia.
Yeah.
Which they can.
Yeah.
Which they could. I'm going to be so confused.
Yeah.
On where everything is.
Do you know what? This is the truth, right? Ever since Ian Foster started as the New Zealand head coach, we don't know what New Zealand are. That's the truth. We don't know.
Well, they were left in a because this is a new era where New Zealand loses games.
It is, but what
but now they're not losing games.
They're not losing games again.
It's been a while since they lost a game.
These guys are so in our fucking head, aren't they?
Yeah. So it's.
What I'm trying to get at though is Scott Robertson is doing fine. Ian Foster did better than people thought, but still ultimately people weren't happy with it.
Yes.
In the whole post, I would even say 2015 World Cup cycle, last time they won a World Cup, 2015, I would still say there's a lot of Kiwis out there who feel like they haven't got back to where they deserve to be.
Oh, I guarantee a lot of them feel like that.
Yeah.
I feel like because when you look at the 2015 team, every single one of those players on that team was the best player in the world.
Yeah.
So you're looking at every single one of these players, and they had the most complete team ever. And I think they don't know who their 10 is.
No.
Right? They're kind of going back and forth on who their 9 is.
They've maxed out on Barrett's 3
right?
Barretts in one team. Like, get a grip. Calm down.
Right? They go back and forth on fullback. They don't know, like Damian McKenzie. Where is he really in the team? Is he really the 10 they need?
No, and I'm always trying to steel man Will Jordan, but I do agree with a lot of people say he is one-dimensional. He is not the old fullbacks of old, right? He's not the complete package. I do like him, but I get the criticism, you know?
Yeah, so there's just like, I think there's like only a few like members of the team. Like obviously like Artie Savea is like he's the guy. Yeah. Scott Barrett's the guy.
Yeah.
Like this Fabian Holland kid is something else too.
But that's the crazy thing, that we're saying it as if you just said that to me as if I don't know him, and you're kind of right.
Yeah.
Whereas 2015, I know every single. I can name that whole team. They're household names, right?
They're household names
outside of New Zealand.
If
they're
you make
anymore.
a World 15 team, you just put the All Blacks in there.
Yeah, totally. You don't do that anymore, do you?
Yeah, you don't do that anymore. So it's just kind of like they don't know that they're center pairing. They're all like fucking arguing about like who should be in centers.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely definitely.
They're
Jody
playing
Barrett.
Rico Ione on the wing. Like it's just like they just don't. Yeah, so I can see how like the Kiwis are just like they don't know who their team is yet.
Yeah, and we don't.
We don't know fucking anything.
No.
Should we talk about real rugby?
Yeah, we should.
Should we talk about some real rugby?
Some real salt of the earth
Rugby?
Yeah, let's come back down.
Some homegrown,
cooking.
ancestral rivalry rugby.
Yes, let's go back. Okay.
Rugby 360.
Fuck. I thought you were going to talk about Louis Street Summit, but yeah.
No.
Let's go. Okay. I've never wanted something to fail so hard.
Me too.
In my fucking life. I've heard some people kind of go, well, you know, if it works, then, you know, good for them. And like, stop encouraging this bullshit. Stop it. Rugby needs money right now. So a bunch of rich people decide, not only are we not going to give the rugby that's already happening money, we're going to take little pieces of the good shit that's happening. We're going to take the best fucking guys, offer them a fuckload of money to deprive you of that resource. It makes me fucking... Not only is it a stupid idea, it makes me angry. The arrogance of it makes me angry, right? Rugby desperately needs support and help and togetherness and unity as a brand, as a sport, as a culture. And there's some rich people going, let's turn it into Formula One. We'll go around the world. We'll take the best players, give them a fuckload of money. And the reality is it's going to fail because if you told me tomorrow there's a team full of superstars playing in Saudi Arabia, A, I'm not going to watch it because fuck all of that. And B, who's going to Saudi Arabia to watch a game of rugby? I'm just using it as an example. Yeah. Because that's where they do Formula One and other fancy things. Yeah. But who are these people that are getting out of bed in Saudi Arabia in a small town? They're going, do you want to go watch Jack Morgan play? Who the fuck is that? Go back to bed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I just don't understand how you're going to choose what team you choose to support.
Yeah.
See, the thing about Grand Prix, like these touring style sports like golf and Grand Prix is... There's no teams. It's individuals.
Right.
So when you're cheering for someone, you're cheering for an individual.
Their individual talent as well, right? Yeah.
The thing about another touring sport, Rugby Sevens, is they already have set fan bases.
Yes.
Right? I'm going to the Rugby Sevens. Yeah. I'm going to cheer for Canada. I'm Canadian.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When you're going to a Rugby 360 thing and you're going to cheer for the blue team?
Yeah, like, it's literally the worst of both worlds, isn't it?
It is.
It's literally the worst of both worlds. But not only do I have no stake in this team, it's also the other side of the fucking planet, so I'm not going to... And, you know, I've seen people like Mike Tyndall talk about it, and I'm not going to quote him directly, but they talk as if people have got tens of thousands in their bank account. Do you want to pop over to Singapore to watch this game? Oh, yeah, I'd love to. I've got the weekend off. Let's go to fucking Singapore, right? There aren't that many rich people in the world right now. It's just the truth, right?
Because the people that are going to watch this, you have to be... Like, you don't watch rugby for the teams, the player. You watch it for just the rugby. Yeah. Like, you're completely neutral in everything. Like, you don't, like you just like watching the ball get passed. Like, I don't understand how you're going to get... Like, the draw, there will be, if they can manage to pull superstars in. Yeah. Which they have these, like, promises. They haven't signed anyone yet, but they have these, like, people that are saying that, yes, I will do this if you get this going. Yeah. But they're conditional contracts as well, right? It's like, if this happens, I'll maybe do it. It's still bollocks. I just wrote a note down here. The people with money that have the power to change rugby always make the worst decisions. And that's exactly the point I'm trying to make. You literally have the resources to fix many of the problems. Yeah. So you decide to put a fucking brick through the window and steal a TV. Like, what are you doing? Like,
help out. Don't fuck off with all the best players.
Like,
it makes me angry. I want it to fail so badly.
Yeah,
you know,
like, it's almost like rugby is its own worst enemy. Because anyone that has the power to change rugby for the better, will make the worst decision possible
and
waste
make
everything.
millions of dollars.
Yeah, because this is a waste of millions of dollars that could have gone into
literally anything else in rugby. Literally anything else. Yeah, revive the Sevens program. You know, revive that. You already shit the bed there. You know,
it just you could have. Like, there's so many ways to like.
Do you know what the crazy thing about this as well? There is a historical record, not just in rugby, in so many other professional sports where they try to make a breakaway league and it nosedives. What was that NFL bollocks that The Rock got involved? XFL? Where's that now?
I don't know.
They tried that thing in Australia. They called it like fast rugby and it was tens.
Oh, fuck. What was it called? Yeah.
Super fast.
There's been a few. There was the tens thing that crashed. There was the rugby X or something like that. It was like fives. Yeah. It was like 5-on-5.
Yeah. There was even the previous iteration of what the Major League Rugby is now. That failed, right? These things have an insanely, almost basically 0% chance. Like, name one breakaway league that's worked, like in any sport, in any fight. It doesn't exist.
The Rainbow Cup.
Yeah, you know that might be. There isn't any evidence.
The odds are really against them.
Yeah, good.
Like, there's no one in here. Like I said, the only way this survives is if they have an endless bank account where they can just continuously pour money into it forever.
Yeah.
And then over time, they gather up the fans. But it's going to take decades. Like, you have to build this up. Like, because
they haven't got time.
Like, who's the rival? Red team versus blue team.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't wait for this.
Yeah,
this is a big game.
Here come the Singapore Blues. Like, well, I don't care about
that. Not even
that.
It will just be like a team. Like, I don't know if they're going to have company teams or like they're just going to have a bunch of random teams that they're going to call names. Like, here comes the Knights.
Yeah.
The Knights what? Where are they from? Like, who are they?
Yeah.
They're just the Knights.
Yeah. And they're just... and the thing is, right, there's two other problems I have many fucking problems. This, I'm going to go back a second. This needs to fail so fucking hard that it's a lesson to everyone else in history of not to do this, right?
Yes.
Because it's almost like you need a public execution to make an example, right? This boy got caught pickpocketing. Murder him so no one ever... It's that hardcore. I know that's a fucked up thing to say, but the point is like, you need to make an example out of this so that nobody ever goes near this with a 10-foot pole. This needs to be the Ark of the Covenant being buried in that warehouse at the end of Indiana Jones level of don't fucking do that again, you know? It's such a terrible idea.
And I don't know who's going to like pack up their bags.
Yeah.
Fly across the planet to go watch this over a weekend.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I gotta see this. I saved up. Like, I just like there's
no one's gonna do that
because there's nothing on the line.
No, there isn't.
You're basically going to watch a bunch of all-star games with a bunch of like if they get the players, you're just gonna go and watch a bunch of like all-star games.
But by the way, we have that already. We have the Barbarians. Yeah. We've got the Lions. We just saw that Pacific 15 or whatever. These things already exist in rugby.
There's also the Six Nations. There's also the Rugby Championship. There's also the autumn and the summer tours.
Which brings me to my next point. Our rugby this is basically, last week was basically the only week off in the year where there's not high quality international or club rugby going on. There is no fucking room for any more rugby. So you're going to take the best players away from their clubs at times when their country and their club needs them.
Yeah.
And by the way, if I was any rugby union, hey, can we borrow Jack Morgan? No fucking way. If he plays, he's not playing for Wales. Right?
And I think that's already the tone.
It is.
That's already the tone that's going on with the unions. Like, if they're going to play in this league, this breakaway league, they're not playing international rugby. And I think a lot of players are going to want to play... Well, you know what? Money talks.
It does, sadly.
They will pull some stars.
Yeah, but not enough.
But they will pull like whoever what's his name? The English legend winger that left Wales.
Faye Waboso.
Yeah, Faye Waboso. Yeah. He's a guy. He's playing for England.
Yeah.
But he's not dying for the England jersey.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So a paycheck can pull him away.
Yeah.
A paycheck could pull someone like maybe James Lowe.
Yeah.
Or James Gibson Park.
Well, I'll give you some examples as well, which are a bit more heartstring pulley. Like if I play for Samoa or Tonga, the reality is those unions can't afford to pay a guy $500,000. So if someone offered me millions of dollars to play in a game, and I know I'm already a good rugby player, That's a different situation, and I would actually understand
But
that.
they can't go in this. They can't. Rugby 360 cannot go in this with a bunch of like talented
blackmail notes almost
with a bunch of talented players that no one knows.
That's true.
Like they need the names.
Yeah.
At least if anyone's gonna watch this, they're gonna want to see some all stars, some rock stars playing.
Yeah, because
So
those same people sat in Tonga. The reality is they're also not rich people, right? So if they're one of their superstars is in this league, I bet you a tiny island which doesn't have a high GDP isn't going to be able to afford to go the other side of the world and watch a game. But a country like France with a really healthy economy and millions of people, if you said, DuPont's in this league, a few French people might go, but not nearly enough to justify it, right? Not nearly enough. So
like you need, because they're going to have they were going to have like 6 or 8 teams. I think they're going to have 6 teams in this tour thing. That's a lot of players.
And this is the thing. It's
That's
not
basically
just
the world. You're going to hire the world.
Every good player, you need them.
Of all-stars, because you're going to need them.
You're going to need them because, like, I use the example of Cardiff here. Cardiff had a really low squad last year because they just can't fucking afford to keep the same level of squad as other URC teams have.
Yeah.
They had around 45 guys in their squad, including some academy guys, and that wasn't enough. Within the 3rd week, we were down to our 3rd choice hooker. Just bad luck. But all of a sudden, we have an injury crisis on a squad of about 45. They're proposing a 35 squad limit here. You could go one game and that's already done in terms of guys, right? And if every single one of those guys needs to be a household name, you can't afford that.
What you're going to see is a bunch of teams filled with guys that weren't good enough to break into their national teams.
And the sad thing is, those are the guys who need to be fighting for positions in their team and for their country.
So they're going to go.
That's our development guys.
Yeah, they're on the fringe of making their national team.
Like Ollie Jaeger maybe from Munster.
Yes.
You know?
Like him.
And don't Munster need him though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and
fucking hell, makes me
so
angry.
they're gonna pull those guys into it.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're gonna those are the guys, and then people are gonna be like, who the fuck is Ollie Jaeger?
Yeah.
So it's just not.
There's not a single.
Because you're going for the fans. Like the fans that are go to this are gonna go for the spectacle of rugby.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. Like, you're not gonna see real like rugby fans. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone online or in anything that thinks that this thing is a good idea. There's not a fucking single person except for the people trying to make it.
Yeah, I've heard some YouTubers talking it up, but even then, it's a kind of here's the pros and cons. Not I believe this is going to work. You know,
because even if you look at those videos,
Yeah.
and I've seen probably the same ones,
probably.
they're still like the tone is like this is
Yeah,
you guys are backs against the wall here. You guys are going to waste a lot of fucking money.
And you know me, I'm not someone who likes to court controversy. Like I'm a sensitive guy. And I've seen these guys kind of doing I wish them well, good luck. This is one time in my life I'm like, fuck them, hope you fail. Really, really hope you fail because you are detrimental to our game, which is in trouble right now, right?
It's just, that's the point. The reason why I wanted to fail so bad is because you guys could have used all this money to like make rugby better, and you're making it worse.
Yeah. This is the equivalent of making Amazon Prime having the premium one. I'm already paying you. Don't make another tier of rich people bullshit, please. Don't make another tier of this and deprive us of the thing we're already supporting. You're taking away the best thing and making it exclusive for rich people. Fuck you. You know, it's so elitist. It makes me fucking angry as a poor person.
And they will they try to do this with everything, and it just destroys their product.
It does. Yeah.
Like you need eyeballs.
Yeah. It's parasitic.
If you're gonna have less eyeballs, like what's the point?
Yeah, it's so parasitic. Yeah, it makes me fucking angry. Anyway, maybe we make it. Probably it's not going to happen anyway. So we just made a mountain out of a molehill. You know. So.
Well, let's finish off with some good news then.
All right.
the Newcastle Red Bulls.
I actually think weirdly that is a good thing.
That's a good spend money.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Yeah, fix the Premiership.
It's like, oh, you guys got this team. We're going to take this team. Like, I'm excited to see where this team goes.
Me too.
Right? I'm like, good on them. They got some money.
Yeah.
Some people are investing in a club with history.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
You know, I want to Wrexham kind of thing going on here.
Yeah.
That's how it feels.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Another good thing that happened this week, Louis Rezamet signed for a club.
It's officially back in, I won't want to say home, but he's back in rugby.
Bristol.
Yeah.
Good on Bristol.
You know what? I'm a bit cynical about him sometimes because of the whole, this is my new dream. This is my dream this week. when he said I signed for Bristol because I like this style of play, I did actually agree with that. He is known for being a speedy winger.
Yeah.
Bristol are known for exciting back moves. Actually, that for me is a good fit.
Yes.
You know?
I was just kind of sad about the thing. This is the sad story of this, though. The sadness that's coming out of this is Louis Zamet's coming back to rugby.
Yeah.
In no one's mouth, in no one's mind.
Yeah.
Out of no one's mouth was, or in any situation, did anyone ever talk about, mention about, or even think about him even going to a Welsh club? Ever.
It's true.
It was just completely off the cards right from the beginning. He's coming back. Which Premiership team is going to sign him?
Yeah. And I even heard which Japanese team. I saw a video about which Japanese team. And that is sad. And that is another reason why
I thought that was kind of depressing.
It is depressing. And it's a bit of a slight against him because we know, he says all these things. I'm really passionate about playing for Wales. I'm really passionate about this. And it's like, if you were, you take a pay cut. But the truth is, that's the flip side of that. The truth is, Wales doesn't have a lot of money.
He had a bigger chance of going to Leinster or Munster before he would going to any Welsh team.
True.
And I was just like, fuck, man. Like that's like none of those teams could even like put up their hand. Like, hey, do you want to come here? No.
Do you want to hear a story though? And this is in his defense actually. So he, in an interview a few weeks ago, kind of gave the lowdown on why he never stayed at Cardiff and went straight to Gloucester. And I always thought it was because a lot of these young Welsh guys that are talented, these English academies will just snatch him up and even try and put an England jersey on him, successfully sometimes. But he said when he was at the Cardiff Academy, one of the coaches who he named he'd said, you're never going to play for Wales because of his style of play and stuff. And it sounds like he has a bit of a, fuck you, Cardiff, I'll show you. And he has done that. He has proved them wrong.
Yeah.
He did play for Wales. I was thinking, is he going to, if he did come to Wales, which he never was going to fucking do, would he be captured by the 25 cap rule? To my surprise, he's got 30 caps, right? He was a regular winger for a long enough time before he went to America, So, I have mixed feelings about the guy. I love him as a player and everything, but he does say some daft kind of young people shit because he is a young person.
Yeah.
But having said that, after I heard that, I was like, oh, do you know what? Fair enough. If someone had told me in my hometown and I was an academy product, you're never going to play for your country, I'd be like, well, fuck you then. I'll go off and make some fucking money and prove you wrong, which he did.
He did.
Yeah.
He was good enough.
Yeah.
I thought that was like the sad part of the whole story.
It is sad. You are right, though. It's a bad reflection.
No Welsh club was in a position where they could put their, they could throw their hat in the mix.
Wait till the Scarlets and the House of Luxury get their shit together. The House of Luxury are going to get you some assets.
Yeah, where was the House of Luxury?
I know. I think
when
they just
Louis
missed it.
Was on the open market.
I think they were busy making a horse stable.
They're too discreet.
They would.
They're too discreet.
They're too.
Discretion is one of the 3 Ds.
Oh, that got me.
Right? So they're too discreet and they fucking missed out.
Fuck, it got me.
Sorry, we don't yell, we whisper. And then Louis Zamet walked right by him and didn't hear him.
Shh, that was Louis Zamet. Oh my God.
Come play for us. You want to come play for us? And he kept walking to the airport.
Sorry, did you say something? No. You going to fly now.
Did I say something?
Yeah.
I'm asking you.
Take my
Maybe
car.
I said
I can't
something.
hear you.
Okay, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
No, don't go.
Come back.
Come back.
House of Luxury.
House of Luxury. Fucking dummies.
Stupid fucking.
Well, Frank, I think we talked about everything we were going to talk about.
The ending on the sad note of Welsh rugby.
Yes.
Good idea. Yeah.
That's how
always
we
bringing it home. Always bringing it home.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks, friends, for listening. Like and share the podcast.
Yeah.
And have a good one, folks.
Yeah.